All right, so what is the importance of this new stadium to Kettering?
Well, the importance of the new stadium is obviously that we have first-class facilities. We've gone so long with no track and an older stadium that's been really good to us, and it's been a great stadium for Kettering athletics. Now we're stepping up with some of the other schools in the area. We've already done this and already made the improvements to their athletic facility. Now we're going to have those first-class facilities for our students. The track's going to be second to none. We've moved some of the field event facilities for track that'll be more within the radius of the facility, so we don't have to walk way off to the side there. So we just kind of improved the whole footprint. We're going to be able to play all our spring sports now on campus, moving soccer and lacrosse back to the stadiums. So that in itself is going to be a huge benefit for our students.
You want to fire one off? What is this going to do for Kettering now and into the future?
I think it puts us in a position where facility-wise, we're going to be right up there with the best. You know, you look at some of the schools in our division and in our association, like the Lakeland, Milford, the Walled Lake schools. We're going to have facilities now that compare or are better than theirs. We've already have great indoor inside facilities with our pools in second to none, gymnasium. So now we're just stepping our game up a little bit on the outside, catching up to what they've been doing already.
How excited are you now that the new stadium is going to get built?
Oh, extremely excited. Not only because they're going to look great, obviously, but also because we're going to be able to field all our events here on campus at both Mott and Kettering. So not having to move things over to Pierce or off campus to different facilities or having to run all our track meets away. Now being able to do that here on our campus is a huge benefit to us, not only from an athletic department standpoint, the logistics of it, but for our student athletes to be able to just walk right out and participate. That's huge, very big.
What does this mean for you during your tenure as athletic director?
It's probably the most exciting moment we've had, that's for sure. We've had some great moments, we've had some great performances by our students in basketball and wrestling and out here on the turf and football and soccer. We've had a lot of great moments, but from a grand scheme, the grand scale of things, this is probably the most exciting time that we've had with Kettering and Waterford Athletic Department.
When do you expect the new stadium to start construction?
Well, that's a question mark. They'll start actually, now they're doing demo like they're doing behind us. We won't start the actual building and laying the foundation until track season's done and soccer season's done. So we can get all these, all our spring athletes out of the way in a safe situation. So they can come in and tear up the turf, put in the artificial surface, and then they start laying the foundations for the bleachers in the stadium. We got new lights going in. We got to take out a lot of the hill back behind us here to put in the field events. There's a lot of stuff that still needs to go on even after the stadium's torn down. This is kind of like the first big moment of the construction phase. Once this is done, you know, we'll get everything out of the way for the spring, and then you'll really start to see some improvements on the facility.
What improvements is the new stadium going to bring to Kettering?
Well, I think we'll have a more comfortable sight line with our bleachers. The bleachers, the grand old bleachers, as we like to call it, have served us very well, and it's a unique setup that we had here at both Mott and Kettering. It was kind of a cool setup, a lot different than just the aluminum bleachers we're going to be getting now. So the biggest difference you'll see is obviously the block will not be there. We're not going to enclose the bleachers. It'll just be an open frame bleacher. So the improvement will be sight lines, we hope. We hope it'll be a more comfortable situation. You know, we'll have a little bit more width for our legs and things of that nature. You don't have to take those big steps up the bleachers to get to the top row. Those steps will be a little bit shorter. So, and I think it also is going to improve our visitor side seating. And right now we kind of have limited seating on the visitor side of our stadiums, and so that's going to expand quite a bit. New lighting is going to make the field light up better for our athletes to see for our night games. And there's going to be some other little small things that'll happen that you might not see, but from a administrative standpoint, it's going to help out tremendously with game supervision and things of that nature.
Do you expect the new stadium to seat more people?
It's going to seat a few more people. Yep. I think the grand total is going to be just shy of 3,000. So I think right now we're a little bit over 2,000. So we're going to increase the seating by about 800 people.
What is the plan for spring sports as the demolition's going on?
Well, they're not going to touch the field. As we said earlier, they're going to leave the field for us so we get through soccer. So soccer will finish their season up here. Track's going to use the facility for practice only. We haven't ran a track meet here for a while. So they'll continue to practice out here. The demolition, as you see behind us, will actually be done. This will be leveled today, and then they'll start trucking the material out, and then it'll kind of be a calm. Not a whole lot to go on. And then once track and soccer are done around June 1st, that's when everything will pick up again, and this place will be buzzing. There'll be a lot of activity. You'll see a lot of people moving, a lot of work going on.
And what's the plans for the visitors side?
Visitor side will be a one section of about 760 seats, I believe it is. Aluminum frame bleachers, obviously. They're going to be built into the hill, so it gives that look of it being kind of built into the hill there. And obviously, some of the improvements will be that light pole will be behind the bleachers rather than in front of it to help with sight lines. So the visitors will have a better experience than they've had here in the past as well.
Awesome. I think we're good. That was awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.